First off is the box for the wheel well up in the front. Each wheel well is going to be a little different because of our layout and what we need the box to be. So each box is going to be a little bit different for us. Some of them are just going to be a box, and that's going to be much easier. But this one here that I'm working on is a little bit more difficult.
I decided to start with this front passenger side wheel box because I was pretty sure it would be the most difficult. And my thinking was, get the hardest one out of the way so the rest of them will be easy. I wanted to save as much space as possible on this front box because I knew that every inch counts, especially when we're coming up our front steps. And my idea for the front is I'd like to have some storage and such right inside the door for like keys and any little thing we might need outside. I used the same strapping that I used on the walls and ceilings to build these frames. I cut the 3/4 inch plywood into 2 and 3 inch strips, whatever I needed. We're going to have 2 inch spray foam covering each of the wheel wells for insulation and to cut down on the noise while driving. Once the installation is installed, I'll place a lid on the top of each of these boxes. This front passenger side box will eventually be an area for us to sit on. Building these boxes actually took a couple of months to finish. As you probably noticed the difference in my clothing choice. I started it when it was about 90 degrees outside and finished it when it was in the 50s.
So my first wheel well box is done. I've been trying to show you my step-by-step progress. This is what it looks like in the end. Okay, so I slotted it on both the ends because spray foam is going to go inside it. And once the spray foam is finished, then we can cover the whole top and it'll be boxed in. And then when we do our walls, we'll put the wall material over everything and make it look really nice. I did a few mess ups when I was measuring, but not bad. I feel like it's pretty good. That was quite a project. Lots of measuring, and I think it turned out in the end, and everything's squared. You saw, at the very end, I took my multi-tool and kind of just cleaned up the edges really good, so everything's really squared off. That way when we put the wall material on it, everything's gonna be square. I'm glad it's done, but it was a fun project. The rest of them won't be quite so hard though. So yesterday, as you know, I finished my first wheel well box. That one over there is completely finished. Well, until we get the spray foam to fill it in and then cover it over. Anyway, so today it's raining here in the morning, so I decided that I'm gonna do this wheel well here because it is gonna be the easiest one. Because it's just gonna be a box. There's not gonna be the sides to it because it's gonna go underneath our couch. So that's the easy way out this morning. I think I can get it done in the next couple of hours. And then this afternoon it's supposed to stop raining, and then I'm gonna cut some more strapping because I've still got this whole wall here to do with strapping. So that's my plan for today. Doing the wheel well in the front, under the couch today. I realized that I need to do the strapping at least on the bottom by the floor before I do the boxes, so it has something to attach to on the wall. So that's what I'm gonna do right now.
Once I realized that I needed to hang some strapping on the wall first, I got to work on cutting all the short pieces. I also remembered that there were some spots around the side door that I still needed to eliminate before the strapping went up. I kind of felt like it was the good old days when I got to get my angle grinder out and do away with some of those pesky rivets that were in my way. Once these areas around the door were cleaned up, I finished up the strapping and started building my second box, which really only took a couple of hours once I finally got into it. Next, I started to tackle my third box. which will be the box that will hold our composting toilet. This box needed lots of extra braces and reinforcement, so it took some extra time and thought to decide how best to do it. I don't want to fall through the floor while I'm sitting on the toilet, so I wanted to make sure this one was right. The last wheel well that I finished was another simple box. We will have cabinets and storage on the top of this box. The last 2 boxes that I built are both going to be placed in our bathroom. To follow my journey, don't forget to subscribe. It's free, of course. And to like this video. It always helps me out.